Okay, so I have two art books. So my first one is my year 7 book, and then I have another book that combines 2 years, so that's my year 8 book and year 9. So we'll go through my year 7 one first. So at the start of the year, when I moved up into my bigger school, we did like this kind of test exam, but not really, where we had to draw a glass bottle. So you can see that I got a 5A, which was actually really good. It was one of the highest scores in the class, even though it like doesn't even have a shadow and it doesn't have a good shape. And then one of the first projects we did was like drawing eggs, and you can see that I've got my shape well, but the shadows are just absolutely atrocious. So then in the next page, this is a project that we did with mixed media, and stuck a load of things on a piece of paper and then drew on it. And these are 2 nail varnishes that I never actually finished. And then here I've got some homework where I had to draw 3 things and we had to focus on the shape. And I remember being really proud of this, but looking back on it now, it's kind of just like, not very good, but still. And then on the next page is 2 homeworks, which is really embarrassing to say that this is art homework. So I've just got a picture of a pepper and then described the colours and stuff, which is stupid. And then I've tried to do a colour wheel, but that's not really a colour wheel. But yeah, so that's my homework, which is terrible. And then here I have a drawing of a pepper and I tried to do cross hatching. Not very well, definitely not very well. And then here I did a setting out of oil pastels, but I have like a big phobia of oil pastels, even though that's just so weird. I hate chalk, I hate oil pastels, it just goes through me. So I really struggled to do this, that's why I never finished it. And then the next page, I've got just practicing, so I tried to shade with a pen there and then with a pencil, and I think I tried to start cross hatching with a fine liner, but never finished that. And then just got a random X in a circle. And I've got, I think that is my cross hatching, I think. Even though that's not actually cross hatching, but, you know. And then here I've got some homework, which I was really, really proud of this. So we just had to like put a box around a picture or a segment of the picture and then draw it. And then this was close to the end of year 7 when we'd finished our project. So we'd done 4 projects. And I got a 7C, which was the highest score in the class. I don't really know how I managed to do that, but still. So then I've got another drawing of a pepper, and I actually used colour this time. And we were doing something about complementary colours, so on the colour wheel. And on the next page, we were practicing blending with paint. This was the first time I used paint in this book. You can see that it's not very good, like it's very strokey. But I remember really enjoying using this because I do enjoy painting. And then here I have oil pastels, which I hate using oil pastels, so this isn't very good. But I mean, look at the nose. Like, what is that? I don't even know. And he's got like a little scar on his head. I know, terrible. And then going into the next page, we were focusing on cross hatching again, and our teacher made us do this, made us do this border, which everyone hated doing. Everyone had a huge fit about it, but we had to do it anyway. And then like here I've got light, medium, dark cross hatching, and then I've tried to like do tools and stuff, but not really worked. The next page, to be honest, I don't really know what that is, and it's just, I think we had like a quiz or something. And then here I did some more cross hatching, and then I think I attempted to do cross hatching, but it didn't really work because there's no cross hatching on it. And then here was some more homework, and this was on Henry Matisse. And I remember drawing this and being quite proud of it, to say that I was in year 7, so I was like 12, I think I was 12, maybe 13, I'm not quite sure. And I got a star on that, which is really good. Well, not really good, but still, I was proud of it. Here I have some more homework, so another artist research page, and it's called Michael Craig Martin, and you can see that I've used felt tips, which is so embarrassing. I've tried to copy that one, but I just got bored and didn't do the rest. And I've just done some facts down there, this is actually awful. And then here we did another test slash exam. And we had to draw a glass bottle again, and this time I did my shadow, but still I got a lower score than I did at the start of the year, which is ridiculous. And then here I have another artist research page, and this is Ed Fairburn, where I've drawn a teacup and tried to cross-hatch, which is so embarrassing. And then here I've got another teacup, which is still awful. Here is some homework, which was a artist research page on Joseph Cornell. I don't know what that is. And then here I have another artist study. I don't know. I really don't know. Where I've drawn one of his lino prints. Oh, and then here, this page is just ripped out. This is an assessment that we did, and I did some nail varnish and some earphones. And then here we did some lino prints. These are the nail varnishes again. And then here is another thing. And then here I don't really want to pronounce that, but I've got another homework, which was an artist research page. Oh, and then this is the back of my book. I don't know whatever this is. Oh, and this is some homework. So then in my next book, my year 8 and 9, my year 8, so this is the first thing we did in year 8, and we were practicing drawing lips and noses. And you can see that I've had a good go at it. This was also homework, so I mean, I'm definitely not going to try as hard in homework because I'm not a homework person. And then here we did portraits, and this is of my friend, I'm not going to say her name, and this was another friend that I had to do. And then here we did another thing. I think this was just a one-off because it was near Christmas when we did this, so she kind of just let us do our own thing. So I did this tree thing, like a silhouette of a tree, and then I did green in the corners because obviously leaves are green, so it's kind of like contrast with the tree. And then here we were practicing drawing hands, and this was the first ever hand I ever drew, which is atrocious. Like, just the shape is terrible. And then we did some more practicing with shading techniques. So we've got cross-hatching, scribbling and shading. Here I have another artist research page. So I've got Albert, I don't want to pronounce that just because Alberto. No, I'm not even going to attempt it. Next thing was, I think, more practicing with the control of paint. So we used water paint for this, where we try to blend paint and then like trying to work out the right consistency of water and paint. Next we have more shading, but this was with acrylic paint. This was a lot easier and a lot less messy, but I think I found it hard. As you can see, it's not really blended. And then we tried doing glass, but in different colours, like of whatever the glass was. And you can see I'm still not there with my shading. Not even remotely close. And then here I have a drawing of my hand, where I just cross-hatched underneath, which I think I just drew round my hand. And then, yeah, and then I've got more techniques down there. So we really were practicing that, but I don't know. Here, another artist research page on Pablo Picasso. I didn't really do any drawings. I just did that and that, but not very good. I remember spending a lot of time colouring them in. Here we had an experiment. So my teacher gave us loads of ideas and she let us just go off and do whatever we wanted to do. So I decided to mix loads of colours together onto the page. Instead of mixing it up together on something else, I squirted the paint onto the page and then just went crazy. And then I decided to put candle wax on my book, which I really regret now because it looks horrible and it's messy. And then here was our actual title page, so architecture and pattern. As you can see, I've kind of gone for a rusty feel with it. And then here, this is architecture, the mind map. So I've got the Golden Gate Bridge, the Great Wall of China, Taj Mahal, Big Ben. And then here, same again. So that one's fallen off. And then this goes into... Oh wait, hold on, sorry. And then we have more architecture. Here it's where we had 10 minutes to draw from memory. And then I think we had about 10 minutes. No, we had less than that. I think we had 5 minutes to draw it like with the paper in front of us so we could see the picture. And then here I have another one that I never finished because I'm so slow. Then we had to draw a house, so Miss put a house on the board and we had to draw it, and then we had to put acrylic paint with it. Not acrylic, sorry, I mean water paint, watercolour. And then we had more homework, which was Stephen, Wiltshire and Sunga Park. And I remember doing this and I was really, really proud of that. I thought that was really cool because I just kind of made up a photo in my head. Kind of just made it up as I was going along, really. And then this goes into year 9. So you can automatically see the presentation has just got so much better. Here I have some observational drawings. Yeah, I just chose 3 things: some nail varnish, a perfume, and this like makeup remover eye cream stuff. And I drew a picture of that, drew a photo of that, and oh, sorry, I keep knocking the camera. And observational drawing over just to make it a bit more fancy. And then here I drew a lion. This was homework. I remember being proud of this. My mum was really, really shocked that I could do that because basically my mother never thought I was good at art. Now I've taken it at GCSE, but my books aren't finishing that, so I'll show you those when they're done. But yeah, so that's what I drew off there and there. And then here it's like a mini artist research page. Our teacher wanted us to do it, but without the information and without drawing pictures. The add and register name, and I don't know what that. Oh, that's the eye, which is so embarrassing. Like, it looks awful. And then here, this was homework. And the year 9 was when I realised that I wanted to take it at GCSE, so I started to put a lot of effort in, like compare an artist research page from year 7 to now. You can see it's definitely got better when I got given the opportunity. And then here was a picture of my cousin that I printed out, and I had to convert her personality into something different. So normally she's like bright colours and happy and jolly, so then I put dark colours and yeah. Here, this is something that we took forever on. The whole class had to draw one of 3 items: an apple, broken glass, or a crushed Coke can. And I did the apple. And I remember taking forever on this, and I was really, really proud of it when I had finished. But yeah, my shadow still not that great, but so much better than what it is in year 7 and 8. Like, you can see that I've got the shadow there, but just around the edge is terrible. And then my teacher printed out this photo that I did 3 times, but like different colours, and then we had to stick it in, as you can see. And for some reason I did a stupid background where I've just got tiny bits of mixed media, which I regret now, but it doesn't matter. And then here I have some more homework, which is a artist research page on John Clang and Daniel Crooks. Oh no, don't fall, sorry. And here I've done like the same thing as what I did here, and that's what Daniel Crooks did, I think. And then John Clang, he like ripped his photos up and stuck things together. And then here was classwork as well as homework. So this was like my big project at the end, and I did Hector sauce. So my title page, I stuck loads of paper down on a piece of paper because that's what Hector sauce did. Like did things with paper. So I went for that kind of vibe. And then you open it up and you can see that I've taken photos with my friend. This is my friend Evie. And I had to stick paper to her face. As you can see that I've had to put a hat on to just kind of hide her hair a bit. And I had to pick out my favourite ones, the ones I didn't like and ones I didn't like. I'm not sure if that is the end. Yep, and that's the end. I don't have anything else.